सवैया जोत जीते इन्हीं के प्रसाद इन्हीं के प्रसाद सुदान करे अक अवगटार इन्हीं के प्रसाद इन्हीं की कृपा पुण्य धाम भरे इन्हीं के प्रसाद सो विद्यालय इन्हीं की कृपा सब संत मरे नहीं की कृपा के सजे हम हैं नहीं पोसो गरीब करोड़ मरे
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh, and welcome to another episode of the Sikh Renaissance. So, today's agenda is to discuss the recent revelations made by Giani Ram Singh Bhindranwale, who, according to many Sikh institutes and individuals, is the 15th and rightful Jathedar of Damdami Taksal, Jatha Pindra today. So, these revelations were made by Giani Ram Singh on the Talk Vedantar podcast 8 to 9 months ago. It is a Punjabi podcast. Because of the nature of these revelations, it is worthwhile to work our way backwards from what Giani Ram Singh is saying to the history of Taksal and highlight and deal with the contradictions inherent in its history, while also looking at the lives of its individual Jathedars. So, to start off, Taksal today has five factions. You heard that right? There are five factions. So, the first major faction that is also currently eroding pretty fast is the Harnam Singh Dhumma faction. This is based at Gurdwara Gurdarshan Prakash, Chowk Mehta, and is strongly affiliated with the Sanatan Vedic Hindutva state and is also supportive of its efforts to undermine Sikhi and the Guru Panth Khalsa. This faction is supported by the Akali Dal. The BJP has affiliates linked with the Congress Party of India as well, RSS, and the sons of Sant Jarnail Singh Ji Khalsa Bhindranwale, as well as several families of prominent Sikh Shahids from the 80s. The second faction, of course, is that of Giani Ram Singh himself, which is based at Batala. Giani Ram Singh is a nephew of Sant Jarnail Singh Ji's predecessor, Giani Kartar Singh, and is supported by various Nihang Dals not affiliated with the current Buddha Dal, another Sikh institute which is now affiliated with the Hindutva forces, of course. Dissenting families of prominent 84 Sikh Shahids who were opposed to the Tumma faction, a number of Sikh youth opposing the Kali Dal and Hindu state politicians, as well as a number of elderly veteran Taksalis who served under both Giani Kartar Singh and Sant Jarnail Singh. The third faction is that of Amrik Singh Ajnala, whose U-turn on the Bargari Morcha and the demands of the so-called 2015 Sarbat Khalsa has seen him move into Tumma's sphere of influence, although what defines his faction is his unrelenting belief, or seemingly unrelenting belief, because he might make a U-turn on this as well, that Sant Jarnail Singh Ji is live and will be back soon Messiah style to rebuild Khalsa Raj. According to ex-members of his faction, Ajnala supposedly wakes up every morning surprised by two things: the amount of shit he can cook up and the amount of shit people fall for. The fourth faction is the Malwa Pindra faction. They're based at Sundar Singh's village Pindra, where Giani Kartar Singh's predecessor Giani Gurbachan Singh was based, and are today led by, from recent reports and what we understand, Mahant Kapoor Singh Bhindranwale, the successor to Giani Mohan Singh Bhindranwale. The fifth faction is not a faction per se in the classic sense of the term, but a combination of various groups loosely affiliated with Chowk Mehta Pindra faction that for one reason or another have removed themselves from direct subordination to Tuma and even Ram Singh and the Pindra village faction. They're known by their youthful spokespeople and heavy handedness in terms of attacking Hindu fundamentalists in Punjab and beyond. But other than pushing the Paichara narrative and secularism, besides their clash with Hindu fundamentalists, they don't seem to be doing much else. So, in this way, today we can see five Damdami Taksals cropping up from the one Pindrad era, where it was based at the turn of the 20th century. So, how did the recent factionalism arise within Taksal? So, we will get to the historic split between Pindra and Mehta Chowk soon, But Taksal's current split is worth studying because it will show strands of the historical weakness that was inherent in its setup from the start. Now, according to Ram Singh, he was nominated for Jathedari of Taksal by Giani Thakur Singh several times, but refused. Giani Thakur Singh was initially disappointed in him. In his view, Ram Singh was underselling himself. He was related to Giani Kartar Singh and had received Santhya from him, had been employed as a Granthi at Darbar Sahib, witnessed Indian atrocities during Operation Bluestar, and led village level youth resistance during the ensuing dark period of the 80s. He was well respected for his neutrality, and this qualified him to rebuild the Taksal after the Sikh genocide precipitated by the Indian state. So Gyani Thakur Singh really didn't want any successor who would go and mess with the Indian state again and start a whole series of events that would only weaken Taksal further and have even more, fundamentally committed Sikh youth killed when they were in their weak state. So by early 2002, after several conversations with Baba Thakur Singh, Ram Singh finally agreed and was officially declared Jathedar by him. He was announced as the 15th head of Taksal at Akal Takht Sahib in front of the SGPC, even the Sant Samaj, and several other prominent Sikh institutes. Okay, let's stop here. Now, of course, you will be wondering how the hell did Thakur Singh swing from saying Sant Jarnail Singh is alive and will return to lead the Taksal to suddenly declaring Ram Singh as the 15th Jathedar of Taksal. If you read his statements, interviews, and even proclamations from 1984 onwards, his words are undeniable. Sant Jarnail Singh Ji is alive. He did not achieve Shahidi in 1984 and will return to reignite the battle for Khalistan. This, despite other prominent Khalistani leaders at the time like Baba Gurbachan Singh Mano Chahal, the erstwhile head of the Pindrawala Tiger Force of Khalistan, and another prominent Taksali himself, calling Santji a Shahid repeatedly, and even the indirectly affiliated duo of Shaheeds by Sukh and Jinda. And many militant leaders even expressed frustration at Baba Thakur Singh for this, such as Vasant Singh Zafarwal of the Khalistan Commando Force. Something worth considering here, though, and this is something Ram Singh also clarifies, is that it would be highly stupid to think that Taksal would be free of any government infiltration. So, this concern was first expressed in 1983 by Daljit Singh Pannan in his Canon onto Canon book, where he pointed out that the Hindu state was copying the British in inserting and positioning its own agents in prominent Sikh institutes to wreck them from within. So the Nihangsi points out as an example fell to Indian influence straight away because they had been compromised through infiltration. A recent notice that Santasio of the Buddha Dal was patronized by Gyani Zail Singh, the then president of India, while his alleged successor Surjit Singh was a veteran Punjab police officer with the intelligence agencies as well as his associate Bahadur Singh. So the rot in Sikh institutions actually runs deeper than we initially think. Another example provided, and this is from another source, is the slaying of Gyani Satnam Singh of Jathapindra in the 90s. Satnam Singh had emerged as a rising star in the Taksali exegesis tradition during the 90s, but was later found dead near Mehta Chowk. When his personal belongings were found and sifted through, his address was located. Upon visiting his house, the Singhs learned that Satnam was actually a CID officer affiliated with the Punjab Police Criminal Intelligence Branch and had been passing intelligence on to his employers about the happenings inside Taksal for over 6 years. So all this was uncovered in the 90s. In 1993 and 1994, this is another aspect of the story, Giani Thakur Singh convened the embryonic Sant Samaj at Amritsar to form an official Sant Samaj political institute and also formulate a Rhet Maryada designed to undermine the Kal Takht Maryada. By Madan Singh Birmingham in his The Highway of the Guru's Wisdom has more information on this. So at the time, Sarbjot Singh Bedi declared himself the president of this Samaj, and as Bhai Madan Singh points out that 83% of the attendees were from outside Punjab and Hindu institutions. Where were the Sikhs? And how was this mass gathering allowed to even assemble in Amritsar when it was under KPS Gill's direct control and more than three Singhs gathering together was grounds enough to shoot them dead? And why was Damdami Taksal and its de facto head, Giani Thakur Singh, who was identified at the time as one of the most dangerous men in India, allowed to head this conference? The reality, according to Ram Singh, would finally be revealed to him in the USA in 2003 when Giani Thakur Singh and both he visited Taksali Gurdwaras there to confirm his jathedari. He does state that often in India he would see bruises on Baba Thakur Singh's body and would conclude they were there because he had fallen and tripped in his old age. But then another question would bother him: why was he not being helped by the Singhs within Taksal? What was actually going on? Baba Thakur Singh stayed with him and confided to him that many things had changed after Sant Jarnail Singh Shidi, and that at the end of the day, he was more like a prisoner within Taksal to greater forces controlling it. And we can see some of this. The fact that KPS Gill, Kushwant Soba, and the entire RSS leadership brazenly walked into Mehta Chowk in the early 90s without a single shot being fired at them shows how Taksal had been compromised from the start. Thakur Singh was a figurehead, but only a hollow one. It seems he was being forced to commit to certain courses of actions he would never have done so otherwise under his own will. Now, Ram Singh narrates the tale of the Valia family in California. Taksali Singhs affiliated with the Jaswinder Singh Nihang at Tucson, who was also Giani Thakur Singh's nephew and whose father is supposedly a high ranking official in the Punjab police, took the elderly Thakur Singh to the Valia homestead on the pretext of the Valias wanting to have his darshan and do his seva. But the Valias knew nothing about this, having already left the property on an outing. When they returned in the late afternoon and saw the cavalcade at their door, they hurriedly started cooking food for the Singhs. The head of the family, Mr. Valia, noticed the look on the elderly Baba Thakur Singh's face and his repeated cries of Nai, Nai to the Taksali sitting around him. He was concerned about what was happening and, fearing an argument would break out, went into another room and rang Ram Singh. Ram Singh understood the game straight away. He had been told by elderly Taksalis in the past that for 20 years Baba Thakur Singh had been treated like a slave by Mohkam Singh, Jaswinder Singh, Jaswinder Singh's parents, and others within the Taksal who were happy at the demise of Sant Jarnail Singh Ji. So the charade was even deeper than Ram Singh initially thought. Tales of Santaji returning, repeated but unverified tales of Giani Thakur Singh giving bachan that some Singhs in the UK would travel to fight under Santaji against the Hindu state around 2015. Yeah, okay, the dates are usually extended as each, identified year comes along. Supposedly it's 2027 when this jung will happen now. That he, Thakur Singh, was only a placeholder and Santaji was the right Jathedar, that Taksal's Jathedari would be divided among several individuals. All these, according to Ram Singh, were designed to undermine his Jathedari. And at the same time, there were all these other happenings within Taksal where Singhs like Sukhdev Singh Sakira were betrayed and killed. Others, their hideouts were given away to the police and they were killed in their hideouts. All this was happening around this time. So, from the USA, Giani Thakur Singh was not allowed to return to Ram Singh. He was whisked away from him. So Ram Singh raised the alarm, but it was too late. Mohkam Singh had already prepared a grand welcome for, Giani Thakur Singh in India, Baba Thakur Singh, and not the fat guy from Patiala, and took him to a village near Pindra, where he would basically spend his last few days. He would only occasionally be allowed to visit Chowk Mehta, but was otherwise confined to a room. So around this time, a video was released with a photocopied document rather than original document, and the video had several individuals reading off a list that Ram Singh was a blemish on the name of Taksal, he was a traitor to the Panth. This document also had pretentious allegations against Ram Singh's bloodline, the same bloodline as Giani Kartar Singh, mind you, but these were never identified as to what they were, and a full-blown rejection of him as a Jathedar formed the conclusion. At the end, it was said that Giani Thakur Singh had written, Baba Thakur Singh had written all this and signed it off. So when Thakur Singh in this video is asked to confirm all this, he, sort of weakly nods his head. The body language is one of someone who's resigned to his fate, but he's not happy. And the same nod is visible with the same weakness when he is asked to confirm Harnam Singh Dhumma as Jathedar. Now, Ram Singh nonetheless forced his way to Pindra, having previously formed an understanding with the Taksali faction there under Mohan Singh, and he finally met Giani Thakur Singh. So there he told him that he never wanted the Jathedari to start with. It took over 20 meetings to persuade him to accept it. He wasn't offended about the Jathedari of Taksal being revoked, but he was offended at the allegations made against his bloodline. And Baba Thakur Singh, according to him, smiled weakly and pointed out that the writing style and vocabulary did not match his style or choice of words. It was all forced from him, and soon those who had forced it would be revealed. Up until now, no one knew who this Harnam Singh Dhumma was. Ram Singh and his cohort, who had studied under Giani Kartar Singh, knew nothing about him, nor did the several cohorts who had studied under Baba Jarnail Singh. So, who was this guy? And who was supporting him? So, the truth came out soon enough. Giani Mohkam Singh, Ishar Singh, and Inderjeet Singh, the sons of Sant Jarnail Singh, Jaswinder Singh Nihang, Jathedar Ranjit Singh, who had shot Gurbachan Narktar, dead, the Sant Samaj under Sarbjot Singh Bedi, Harkhowal, Udasis affiliated with the RSS, the Delhi Sikh Gurdwara Management Committee, and several families of Canada based Sikh Shahids came out in support of Tumma. So this gave Tumma a popularity that he initially lacked, and soon he was set up against Ram Singh. Now, of course, the Kalis under Badals were involved in all this, so they decided to play a double game, a very clever double game. They knew that if they sent a deputation to Tumma's Dastar Bandi, people would associate Tumma with nefarious force as opposed to Sikhi. So they played a reverse psychology. They sent a delegation to Ram Singh's Dastar Bandi that forced its way through and put turbans of acceptance on his head. So, similarly, he was faded out as the Jathedar of Damdami Taksal at the Five Takhts, but things were not going to be so easy. Now, Baba Thakur Singh finally dies. A mass assembly gathers at Mehta Chowk and declares Ram Singh a persona non grata. Then they hold an expensive and well televised ceremony in which Harnam Singh Dhumma is openly consecrated as Jathedar of Damdami Taksal in lieu of Ram Singh. Initially, by Jasbir Singh Rodde had stood in support of Ram Singh, fighting for his right to stay at Mehta Chowk, but after Baba Thakur Singh's death, he relented and conceded ground to Ishar Singh and Inderjeet Singh. So Damdami Taksal once had a lot of potential. Baba Thakur Singh entrusted Giani Ram Singh with building upon the momentum of Baba Jarnail Singh Shidi and continuing the reforms that both Giani Kartar Singh and Baba Jarnail Singh had instituted among the Taksalis. However, with the fall of Mehta Chowk to Tumma and company, Jathedar Ram Singh was reduced to the fringes for almost 2 decades, only now returning to the mainstream after Tumma has been exposed for a double agent who has lost the support of the Akali Dal, seeing their fall in the eyes of the Khalsa Panth they so vocally argue that they represent. Now, we come to the historical part. Maybe Taksal was doomed to fail after all, but this is not the end for it. What is required is not a total adherence to the Taksali way of life, but rather adherence to its ideological crusade, particularly Sant Jarnail Singh's crusade against non Sikhs who aim to undermine Sikh supremacy. The history of Taksal is one of Sikh supremacy, to be honest. The factionalism within Taksal is one of Sikh supremacy versus non Sikh pacifism. This is particularly important to explore considering that many individuals like Bhagat Singh, Dwabi, and even ex Khalistani Sangha are now trying to co opt Sant Jarnail Singh as some, yep, you're going to hear it correctly, Unitarian Sikh Hindu leader fighting against corrupt white led Congress. Yep, this is how retarded they are. But given that they are the power brokers at the moment, it is easy for them to brainwash many unsuspecting Sikhs who do not know better. Sure, Giani Kartar Singh and Sant Jarnail Singh espoused vegetarianism and belief in the Dasam Granth, but then again, they were byproducts of their time, and there are also some inconsistencies in every figure's views about their belief system. So now this leads us to the next important question. Why is it that only the legacies of these two Taksali Jathedars are attacked and none other? Take Gurbachan Singh Bhindranwale, for example, the whole Sanatani crew actually quotes from his works to justify that Sikhs are nothing more than Hindus. So the answer is deep but also controversial. What we call the Damdami Taksal today has a sketchy past or a clear past. It all depends on your perspective. The traditional view of its Jathedari holds that this Taksal was first under the command of Baba Deep Singh Ji, then Baba Gurbachan Singh Ji Shahid, Giani Surat Singh Ji, Giani Gurdas Singh Ji, Giani Sant Singh Ji, Sant Daya Singh Ji, Giani Bhagwan Singh Ji, Giani Harnam Singh Ji, Giani Bishan Singh Murliwale, Sant Sundar Singh Bhindranwale, village Bhindra, hence the name Bhindranwale, Giani Gurbachan Singh Ji, Giani Kartar Singh Ji, Sant Jarnail Singh Ji, Baba Thakur Singh Ji. And now, depending on who you spot, either Giani Ram Singh or Harnam Singh Dhumma. This lineage up until Giani Kartar Singh was actually first provided by none other than Giani Kartar Singh himself. And this is after he established a printing press at Chowk Mehta. Now, note here that other than Sant Sundar Singh and Giani Gurbachan Singh, a majority of all these other named Jathedars come from the Majha region of Punjab. Sundar Singh and Gurbachan Singh were from Malwa. Pindra, the village itself, is based in Malwa. But in 1997, Giani Thakur Singh would republish Baba Thakur Singh would republish Giani Gurbachan Singh's Gurmat Prakash for the second time word for word. Now, whether this was because someone forced him to or whether this was his own wish has never been clarified, but it matches what Gurbachan Singh himself published. This is where things get interesting because Gurbachan Singh's lineage of Taksal Jathedari is the following. ਭਾਈ ਮਨੀ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਦੈਨ ਭਾਈ ਦੀਵਾਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਗਿਆਨੀ ਗੁਰਦਿਆਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਭਾਈ ਖਜਾਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਭਾਈ ਗੁਰਬਖਸ਼ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਭਾਈ ਅਮਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਗਿਆਨੀ ਸੂਰਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਭਾਈ ਕੇਵਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਭਾਈ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਭਾਈ ਰਾਮ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਭਾਈ ਚੰਦਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਭਾਈ ਸਵਰਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਭਾਈ ਗੁਰਦਾਸ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਭਾਈ ਸੰਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਭਾਈ ਪਰਦਮਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਭਾਈ ਜੱਸਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਗਿਆਨੀ ਭਗਵਾਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਗਿਆਨੀ ਹਰਨਾਮ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਗਿਆਨੀ ਬਿਸ਼ਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਮੁਰਲੀ ਵਾਲੇ and then finally Sant Sundar Singh Bhindranwale, his own predecessor. So something to note here that other than Pai Mani Singh Ji and Giani Bishan Singh Ji, a majority of these Jathedars mentioned in Giani Gurbachan Singh's Gurmat Prakash all seem to be Malwais and not Majels. Remember one thing here though, we have audio of Gurbachan Singh confirming Kartar Singh as Jathedar of Taksal after him. We can listen to that audio now.
सतगुरु जी साधी नवाजी गुरु खालसा साहब संगत जी अज जो वरेगंढ का समागम संगतां ने आरंभ किया सी श्री अखंड पाठ के संपूर्ण होने तो बाद सबना सेवादारां नूं अते प्रबंधकां नूं सबना नूं सिरों पा होए हन। ਇਹ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਬੜੀ ਭਾਰੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੈ। ਨਿਰਵਿਘਨਤਾ ਨਾਲ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ 300 ਵਰ੍ਹੇ ਦੀ ਇਹ ਵਰ੍ਹੇਗੰਢ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਸੇਵਾ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀਆਂ ਕਲਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੰਪੂਰਨ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਇਸ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੇ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਖੰਡ ਪਾਠ ਦੇ ਤਾਈਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਅੱਜ ਸਮਾਪਤੀ ਦਾ ਭੋਗ ਸਰਵਣ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਕਥਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਸਕੀ। ਸਿਰੋਂ ਪਾਓ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਣੇ ਸੀ। ਇਸ ਕਾਰਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੇਵਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੱਗੇ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਦਾਸ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਇਸ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੇ ਵਰ੍ਹੇਗੰਢ ਦੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਅੰਦਰ ਉਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਹੈ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਭਰਾ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਹੋ ਵੱਡੇ ਹੋ ਗੁਣਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਅਤੇ ਬੜੇ ਚਿਰ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਨਾਲ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਹੋ ਵੱਡੇ ਮੁਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਕਈ ਸੀ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਸਭਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਚਰਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਹੈ। ਭਾਈ ਕਰਤਾਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਛੋਟਾ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਅੱਜ ਗੁਰੂ ਕਲਗੀਧਰ ਦੇ ਚਰਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਦਾਸ ਨੂੰ ਲਾਇਆ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਦਾਸ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਜੋ ਸੰਤ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇ ਲਾਈ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਤੂੰ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਚਿਰ ਜਿਉਣਾ ਹੈ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਰਹੀ। ਉਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਚਿਰ ਸਵਾਸ ਨਾ ਨਿਭਦੀ ਰਹੇ। ਪਰ ਇਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਦੀ ਡਿਊਟੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਦਾਸ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਚਾਹ ਹੈ। ਅੱਜ ਵਰ੍ਹੇਗੰਢ ਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਿਰੋਂ ਪਾ ਮਿਲੇ ਹਨ ਕਿ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਿਰੋਂ ਪਾ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਆ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਸਿਰੋਂ ਪਾ ਭਾਈ ਕਰਤਾਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਕਲਗੀਧਰ ਦੇ ਚਰਨੀ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਿਰ ਤੇ ਪਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਜੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੂੰ ਬਖਸ਼ੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਦਮਦਮੇ ਸਾਹਿਬ 'ਚ 48 ਸਿੰਘ ਅਰਥਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਪੜ੍ਹੇ ਸਨ। ਬਾਬਾ ਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਆਦਿਕ, ਬਾਬਾ ਮਨੀ ਸਿੰਘ ਆਦਿਕ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਗਿਆਨੀ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਟਕਸਾਲ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਕਲਗੀਧਰ ਦੀ ਉਹ ਸੰਤ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸੰਤ ਸੁੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਭਿੰਡਰਾਂਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਦਾਸ ਨੂੰ ਡਿਊਟੀ ਲਾਈ ਸੀ। ਉਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਸਿਰ ਤੋਂ ਨਿਭਾਉਣ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਚਿਰ ਸਰੀਰ ਬਣਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਭਰਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਤਾਈਂ ਦਾਸਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਕਲਗੀਧਰ ਦੇ ਚਰਨੀ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਮਾਰਾ ਲਾਜ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਜਾਣ ਕੇ ਇਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਅੱਜ ਤੋਂ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਸਿਰੋਂ ਪਾਓ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਕਲਗੀਧਰ ਦੇ ਦਰ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਹੋਇਆ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ। ਅਤੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਇਹ ਸਿੰਘ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਨੂੰ ਦਸਮ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਆਪ ਦੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਅਰਥਾਤ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਸਨ ਇਹ ਆਪ ਦਾ ਜਾਣ ਕੇ ਬਿਰਦੇ ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰ ਤੋਂ ਸੇਵਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਰਹਿਣ। ਹੋਰ ਬੜੇ ਬੜੇ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਿਆਣੇ ਹੋ ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਖੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਹੋ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਛੋਟਾ ਜਾਣ ਕੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਟੀ ਰੱਖੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ ਅਤੇ ਸਭਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਚਰਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਹ ਟੇਪ ਕਥਾ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਵਾਰੀ ਵੀ ਕਰਤਾਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੇ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇ ਹੋਵੇਗੀ। ਇਹ ਕਥਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਨੀ ਹੋਵੇ ਤੇ ਟੇਪ ਦਾ ਉਤਾਰਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਪਾਸੋਂ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਕਰੇ। ਇਹ ਟੇਪ ਤੇ ਮਸ਼ੀਨ ਇਹਦੇ ਕਬਜ਼ੇ ਮੈਂ ਅੱਜ ਤੋਂ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਅਤੇ ਦੂਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਢਿੰਗਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਵਾਰੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਭਾਈ ਚੰਨਣ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ। ਜੇ ਚੰਨਣ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੁਝ ਆਲਸ ਕਰਨ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਦੇ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇ ਹੈ ਢਿੰਗਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਚਲਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਕੋਈ ਐਸਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਆਵੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਲੰਗਰ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਹੋਵੇ ਤੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਉਂਦੇ ਰਹਿਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਵਿਚਰ ਕੇ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਨ। ਇਹ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਦਾਸ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇ ਲਾਈ ਹੈ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਟੀ ਰੱਖਣੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਛੋਟਾ ਜਾਣ ਕੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਅੱਜ ਤਖਤ ਦੇ ਬੜੇ ਗੰਢ ਦੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਚਿਤਕੁਮਾ ਆਇਆ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਸੇਵਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਾ ਦਈਏ। ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਇਹ ਉਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਨਾਲ ਗੁਰੂ ਕਲਗੀਧਰ ਦੇ ਚਰਨੀ ਲੱਗੇਗਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਬਿਰਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਚਰਨੀ ਲਾਇਆ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਸਿਰ ਤੋਂ ਨਿਭਾਉਣਗੇ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਨੂੰ। ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਕਿਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਹੈ ਸਿੰਘ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਿ ਆਪਣੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਦਾ ਮੋਹ ਨਾ ਕਰੇ ਅਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਮਾਇਆ ਦਿਆ ਕਰਨ ਸੇਵਾ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਉਹ ਸੰਗਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਖਰਚ ਕਰਿਆ ਕਰੇ। ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਜੀਵਨ ਇਹਦਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਵੀ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ।
So we also have the written works and audio of Kartar Singh confirming Gurbachan Singh as his predecessor. So why this massive contradiction between predecessor and successor? One answer can potentially be that Gurbachan Singh was lying, and it seems plausible considering that he does write in Gurmat Prakash that one day his predecessor, Sant Sundar Singh, was approached by a 263 or 64-year-old Singh named Baba Har Singh, who had survived from the 10th Guru's time onwards and was now entrusting him with the real arts of Gurbani. The Namtari influence is strong in that event, and while Gurbachan Singh claims that Sundar Singh wrote down his conversation with Har Singh, he misplaced the notebook soon afterwards. So Akal Purakh and Sundar Singh, it seems, work in very mysterious ways. Then what of Giani Kartar Singh though? Would he be lying? Did he carry on Gurbachan Singh's fraud further? If we answer yes, then why did he radically alter the Jathedari lineage of Taksal? Why not leave it as it was? Because that would help him perpetuate the fraud even further and solidify it. But if not, then where does his lineage come from? So the answer is found in three factors: the Majha Malwa discrepancy between both lineages, Giani Kartar Singh's own background, the reforms Baba Thakur Singh, because I keep mixing it up with Giani Thakur Singh, but it isn't the fat Giani Thakur Singh from Patiala. So the reforms Baba Thakur Singh mentioned to Ram Singh, and how Taksal approached prachar under both Giani Kartar Singh and Sant Jarnail Singh. Sundar Singh was a Malwai, but he was associated for some time with the Satoki Galiwali Taksal when it was beginning to question itself. This is evident from Kavi Santaran Prem Singh's works and those of his colleagues who actually question Nirmala origins and practices, instead settling for reforming themselves in accordance with the Tat Gurmat and the supremacy of Sikh thought over the spiritually unclean Sanatan Vedic Hindu frameworks the Nirmalas had historically adopted to push their bullshit, or cow shit, out of respect to their sentiments. Sundar Singh's brother Inder Singh seems to have been opposed to these reforms. Ergo, why we find Sundar Singh's names in some of the SGPC Rehat consultation documents and proposals but not Inder Singh's. Inder Singh would later also criticize Giani Kartar Singh's Chowk Mehta Taksal for claiming affiliation with Baba Deep Singh, saying it was not the real Damdami Taksal. This criticism would be reproduced verbatim by Dr. Trilochan Singh in his Turban and Sword of the Sikhs. Inder Singh, though, would be quite close to Sant Jarnail Singh, and later his father after Bluestar, often speaking in his favor from the stages in his stronghold of Bopari Kala. Inder Singh, though, was a close associate of Giani Gurbachan Singh, and together they would take over the Pindra Dera after Sundar Singh's demise and restore it to the Nirmala originality that Sundar Singh seems to have gone against. They had a sprinkling of Singhs from Majha, but a majority of their students were Malvais. Now, Malwa, it should be remembered, was under British and Folkia influence from the start and had been dominated by the Nirmalas for a near century. It is then easy to understand why Gurbachan Singh's pro Nirmala stance really took off in the region and made him a household name far and wide. On the other hand, we have Majha extending into Pakistan. The Singhs of those regions were aggressive and highly militant. They had warred against Muslims and Sanatanis, taken on the Christians and won, and were considered the standard bearers of the Singh Sabha Lahore revivalism. This was Giani Kartar Singh's background. His biography, Chitta Chola, recounts his early life and the life of his father, Jathedar Chanda Singh Akali. Jathedar Chanda Singh was an Akali Gurdwara Sudhar Leher leader, a committed SGPC worker, and a prominent Sikh preacher. He would be considered Islamophobic by today's standards. Whenever Muslims tried grooming or converting Sikh children to their filthy beliefs, he would be at the forefront of thrashing them and driving them out from Sikh majority areas after reducing their dwellings to ashes. He was opposed to Hindu wedding rites and often broke up weddings if Sikhs participated in them or interfaith relationships. When Sikhs started wedding their children at night in copy of the Hindus, he stood up and openly called Hindus a cowardly race following a cowardly religion, reminding Sikhs that Hindus started doing this when Muslims used to rape their virgin daughters on their wedding days as dictated by their religion. In fact, Jathedar Chanda Singh went even further and said that in Hinduism, the rape of the bride was to happen by a Hindu Brahmin, but the Muslims got there first. This was why the Hindus started wedding their daughters at night so they could give them to the Brahmins. The Khalsa Panth of Guru Nanak, however, had been given the Kirpan and a spirit of defiance to resist both Hinduism and Islam by Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and would always remain defiant, preparing to die and kill its daughters rather than countenance to acting like the cowardly Hindus. So this was Jathedar Chanda Singh, whose very life was a byword for defiance, whether he was in prison for protesting against the British or rescuing Sikh women from frenzied Muslim rape gangs during partition who were trying to rape infidel women as their prophet once did. The Kalis at this time were also a wing of the wider SGPC, Shiromani Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee, and saw themselves as such before Sant Fateh Singh and Badal corrupted them. It was decided by them that a young cohort of Akali recruits would be forwarded to Sikh institutes with the aim of implementing and upholding the Akal Takht Rahit Maryada, identifying any discrepancies that needed to be ironed out before it was finally ratified and made imperative for the Panth. A young Kartar Singh, educated at Khalsa College and in the intellectual aspects of the Singh Sabha Lahore, led at Gurmat revival, was the perfect young Akali for this. And because of his Majel background and multilingual skills, was recruited into Jatha Pindra by Gurbachan Singh. Now, reading between the lines and considering the reforms Ram Singh mentions, all does not seem to have gone well at village Pindra. Kartar Singh seems to have emerged as the undisputed leader of the Majels within the Jatha, prominent among them being the senior Thakur Singh and the young Jarnail Singh. His eloquent discourse and educated arguments seem to have swayed Gurbachan Singh, who by the end of his life seems to have backtracked from his early pro-Nirmala stance to a more Tat Gurmat stance, despite a few minor inconsistencies such as vegetarianism. But then even the AKJ's spy Randir Singh was the same in regard to diet. Do we have evidence for Giani Kartar Singh being opposed to Gurbachan Singh's views? The first evidence is the discrepancy between Gurbachan Singh's Rahat Maryada and Kartar Singh's. Even the 1994 Damdami Taksal Maryada, deeply critiqued and exposed by Madan Singh, seems to fly in the face of what Giani Kartar Singh wrote on the issue. The second evidence is the difference between his Katha of the Guru Granth Sahib and that of Gurbachan Singh. Gurbachan Singh throws in Vedic and Puranic references like his life depends on them. But Kartar Singh cuts them out, openly displaying the spirit of Sikh supremacy and hostility to both Islam and Hinduism. This couldn't have come about unless Kartar Singh had a different outlook to Gurbachan Singh and fundamentally disagreed with him on various philosophical and theological points. The third evidence is in what happened after Gurbachan Singh's demise. Until the day he announced his successor, it was generally believed that a Malwai Nirmala would be chosen to lead the Taksal after him and inherit the mantle of leadership of Jathapindra. Inder Singh seems to have hedged his bet on this as well. So imagine everyone's surprise when Gurbachan Singh announced Kartar Singh's name. So by now the village Pindra Taksal was famous in the Sikh world on account of its association with Professor Jodh Singh and the study of Mangals in the Guru Granth Sahib. Naturally, many people felt slighted by this, least of all the now corrupt Akali Dal. So what happened? Gurbachan Singh's family declared Mohan Singh as the Jathedar and clashed openly with Kartar Singh. With both sides bloodying each other up, it was decided by Kartar Singh to depart Malwa altogether. This is where the Majha angle comes in. He based himself at Chowk Mehta or Mehta Chowk, whichever way you prefer, where his father previously had associations. Another thing that worked in his favor was Tarna Dal Mehta Chowk. The Shawnee was also nearby. They were Sikh revivalist Nihangs who had helped Jathedar Chanda Singh during partition and saw themselves as the ideological, if not directly physical, inheritors of Baba Deep Singh's militant legacy. So Kartar Singh's first task, and rightly so, we agree there with him, was to get rid of the Nirmala soy influence of the Malwais. Although he remained indirect out of respect for Gurbachan Singh on account of his seniority, Kartar Singh nonetheless changed many of his practices and rules that he thought were outright manmat. The Majels had been a militant and hardcore people in their Sikhi and had initially attacked the Nirmalas with fierce aggression back in the 1870s, driving them out from villages and cities after the fiasco they caused at Hazur Sahib in 1873. So they were more than happy to see Kartar Singh's revivalist reforms. And then there was obviously Baba Thakur Singh, another Majel, who accompanied him as well to Mehta Chowk, as well as the young firebrand Jarnail Singh. Now, given the Majha Malwa conflict at Taksal, Giani Kartar Singh's own revivalist background, and his disagreements with Giani Gurbachan Singh, Giani Kartar Singh, it seems, decided to construct a new lineage that was, for its majority, devoid of Nirmala influence, other than, of course, a few individuals. He wished to resurrect the ancient warrior Taksals of Guru Gobind Singh Ji's days, and who else but Baba Deep Singh epitomized that warrior scholar image that had penetrated the minds of the Majels. So, using that image, he did what he thought was best for the Taksal. Now, did Gyani Kartar Singh see this lineage he created as ideological? That is, he was forwarding the ideology of these individuals as much as by Nandalal inherited by Gurdas Ji's intellectual mental despite never meeting him? Or did he see it as being physical, actually believing that there was some face to face connection here? It seems hard that a man who was opposed to Pendra's Nirmala Manamat would countenance to such a lie. However, we will never know the truth until or unless his private correspondences are located and made public. If Gyani Kartar Singh was so opposed to Nirmalas, then why did he actually include Nirmalas, Surat Singh, Sant Singh, Bishan Singh, Harnam Singh, and even Sundar Singh in his lineage? It is vital to note that his Jathedari lineage does overlap with Gurbachan Singh's at 8 places. We will leave Gurbaksh Singh out as we do not know if it's Gurbaksh Singh Shahid or not. So the overlaps are at Surat Singh, Gurdas Singh, Sant Singh, Bhagwan Singh, Harnam Singh, Bishan Singh, and Sundar Singh. Now, Surat Singh is particularly interesting because he remains an enigmatic figure. Who was he? What was his background? Other than his introduction of Sanatani practices within Sikhi, the establishment of Gyaniya Bunga, and sycophancy of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, nothing much is known about him. Sant Singh was his son, and also a patron of Kavi Santokh Singh, while Gurdas Singh was another son. No one knows when Surat Singh was born. Neither Gurbachan Singh or Kartar Singh allude to this either. But both their chronologies cite that he took Khande ki Pahul from Guru Gobind Singh Ji. So when was he born? Let's hazard 1670 to 1680. Gurdas Singh is supposedly born in 1773 and Sant Singh in 1768. It would make Surat Singh over 80 at the most when his children were born. This impossibility proves that Surat Singh more or less seems to have been positioned within both lineages as a matter of convenience to somehow link both chronologies back to the famous Giani Bunga that all Sikh Taksals claim descent from rather than for any practical reason. For Gurbachan Singh, inserting Surat Singh and his sons was a matter of pride. For Kartar Singh, an exigency. He couldn't do away with the Taksal status altogether, but neither could he justify it without them. On the other hand, Sundar Singh was a matter of reality, but also practicality. After all, he could easily justify his revivalist changes based on the fact that even Satto ki Gali Wali Taksal had started following such a course during its heyday. So Kartar Singh's changes, his use of Muslim as a pejorative for Monne, emphasis on remaining armed, and even confrontation with Indira Gandhi exhibit the Khalsa's pure defiant and militant spirit that Guru Gobind Singh Ji prophesied would destroy and rebuild the world in the Sikh image alongside of facing the false religions. This same tradition of death before dishonor, Sikh supremacy, Sikh first and Sikh pride found its second expression, and probably its greatest expression, in Sant Jarnail Singh Ji Khalsa Bhindranwale. He was born and raised in Rode, the same Rode that had defied the British and killed its communists to restore Sikhi. It was also the vanguard of those Jat Brars who had stood by Guru Gobind Singh Ji rather than turn against him like their other Jat Brar tribal brothers. And they're also mentioned in the Zafarnama. Out of this environment came Sant Jarnail Singh, who, when all tolerance was breached, slaughtered Sanatani and Islamic fanatics by the droves, and died as he had lived, in flame and fury. He expanded upon Giani Kartar Singh's hostility against non-Sikhs and reignited the fight for Sikh autonomy, Sikh supremacy, and Sikh sovereignty in the post-colonial period. And why wouldn't Hindutva appropriate him? Sant Jarnail Singh did to the Hindu state what the Sanatan Vedic Hindus have been dreaming of doing to the Muslims for centuries, except it took the Sant 3 years and one final fiery crescendo, after which he continues to live on in the hearts and minds of Sikh youth. It has taken the Hindus almost a millennium just to start rebuilding their temples demolished by the Muslim invader and talking about the atrocities inflicted upon them. Their cry of Hindutva, which they have undertaken, is nothing more than an expression of their failure, and the fact they're trying to weaponize Sant Jarnail Singh shows that even they're aware of their own emasculated spirit. They're only trying to appropriate one more Sikh hero to fool Sikhs into doing their dirty work for them so they can kick the Sikhs down the road like a litter can again. And what are Sikhs doing? They are doing what Gyani Kartar Singh Ji told them not to do when confronting Sanatanis, that is, sucking up to the Sulle. The Greeks had a certain principle called kleos. Basically, anyone who dies warring for your liberty, autonomy, religion, and sovereignty is to be treated as a hero. Yes, their views could be different. Yes, their tactical errors might have doomed them, but the cry of liberty from their soul is undeniable. We're speaking from experience here. Other than Ram Singh's Taksal, the other factions seem to be full of brain dead fanatics who shut down even the most logical of questions and have taken liberty with Sant Jarnail Singh's image to slay anyone espousing necessary Gurmat oriented change. And this is why many youth end up heading towards the likes of Harjinder Dalgir, Karminder Tillo, and even Harnek Neki. But having spent time among that crew, it is evident that they're spiritually bankrupt, cowards plagiarizing off the works of older Sikh missionaries who would today be opposed to their shenanigans and prachar. So this mixture of idiot venomous boomers and inept Taksalis convinced the youth that Sant Jarnail Singh was actually the worst thing that could have happened to the Sikhs. But climb out of this rabbit hole, and you will see that in a way he was the best. His reforms in Taksal were stopped by his Shahidi, but if he had been alive, he could have taken them further. It is evident that his banning of multiple Nirmala Granths, altering of the Manmatiya portions of Suraj Prakash, and inviting of educated Sikh youth to debate with him was a continuation of the militant revivals once ignited by the likes of Jathedar Chanda Singh Ji. Today, when we see the fall of Taksal after Sant Jarnail Singh Ji Khalsa Bhindranwale, we can see that this is an institute where physical lineages have incited confrontations and discord. Sure, even Giani Kartar Singh Ji and Sant Jarnail Singh Ji believed in some funny and weird stuff. But at the end of the day, the majority of their ideology was one of Sikh supremacies, and Tumma's Nirmala shenanigans, Ajnala's drug junkie act, and the youth's leaderless trashings do not reflect that. So maybe Baba Thakur Singh was right to tell Giani Ram Singh to stay neutral and rebuild a reformed Taksal that could keep increasing the number of die-hard Sikh youth. And if the future does hold a reigniting of the Khalsa's militant spirit, then these reforms will do their foundational work. Now, considering the latest news from New Zealand and many other places where family members of Shahid Singhs have been arrested in drug dealing and worse, and background checks show that they entered Western countries as citizens straight away on Indian given passports, maybe Ram Singh has a point. All of these individuals are united by their sport and allegiance to Tumma. The fact they have it so easy, does it imply they've betrayed the very cause their Shahid's fought for? He says yes. What do you say? Obviously, the debate over Taksal's lineage will never be resolved until or unless we find clarifications written in Gurbachan Singh and Kartar Singh's hands. But for now, what should be evident to everyone is that the Kartar Singh lineage, for all its faults, does reflect an ideological continuity of the Sikh spirit from Baba Deep Singh onwards, whereas Gyani Surat Singh and the rest just seem to be individuals added in out of sheer necessity rather than any practicality. And if the spirit of Baba Deep Singh is alive anywhere, it can only be within the Taksal, which has produced such significant shaheeds for us. That is all for today. Until next time, may the spirit of Sikh supremacy remain ever high. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.
सवैया दुत जिते इन्हीं के प्रसाद इन्हीं के प्रसाद सुदान करे अक अवगटार इन्हीं के प्रसाद इन्हीं की कृपा पुण्य धाम भरे इन्हीं के प्रसाद सो विद्यालय इन्हीं की कृपा सब सत्य मरे नहीं की कृपा के सजे हम हैं नहीं पोसो गरीब